I can do the intro, Daniel.
All right. Should we start over?
Just tell me. Just tell me.
All right. Start ahead. Go ahead, Harrison.
All right. Hello, YouTube. This is a discussion about League of Legends and just MMOs in general compared to other games, and basically just new players coming to the game and trying to adjust to it. We're in the middle of a conversation, but I'm sure all of you will keep it up. We'll keep up with it.
Thank you, Harrison. And I'm just here playing
yeah,
League
so-
while we talk.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest things is just how different heroes are from each other, and in like Dota, for instance, there are some heroes that's just like, oh, this amplifies my damage from my attack, and then there was the first game that my biggest Dota friend played, where he basically pressed the random button on the heroes, and he got the hero that you straight up need to individually control 5 different copies of yourself. And if any of them die, then you die, right?
Yeah.
So, and it's not like they're like, oh, small little things. No, they're straight up copies of your hero.
Yeah.
So you are quite literally playing 5 different heroes at once.
Yeah.
And
so
like if a new player rolls into that, they're just not gonna like it, because if you can't play as one hero, you can't play as 5, I'll tell you that.
Exactly. And so I think when new players come in, especially if they don't want to do much research, they're going to go in and they're going to hit that randomizer button because they don't understand which heroes are good, or they're going to pick the coolest one, like the coolest looking one, and that hero ends up being, one of the most complicated heroes to learn. And you have these, and so most new players aren't going to realize that there's these, 20-minute long videos or, 30-minute long videos that explain how to play the character, because what they're going to do is they're either going to play like the tutorial told them to play, or they're going to just do random things that they think is going to be great. And most of the time, especially with new players, it's not going to be the right thing to do. And especially with Dota, when there's not many new players coming to the game, the old players are going to get mad at them for not knowing what to do, which further, just makes them just not want to play the game anymore.
Yeah, if you're trying to be like the carry and like last hit, and you're sitting in lane and your support is just taking every single creep, and you can't play the game because this random new player doesn't know what he's doing, then there's a clip from one of the Dota events like 3 years ago where Valve was talking about the exact same thing, about how new player experience is just awful, but also how like older players, we can't expect them to treat new players nicely, because, and the example they gave was somebody in chat being like, oh yes, I am new to the game of Dota too, please forgive me if I make any mistakes, and the other person's like, oh, don't worry, we're all here to have a good time, we don't care if we win or lose, we'll help you out with any mistakes you make. And it's like, that's just not gonna happen in such a competitive game.
And especially like Dota or League of Legends, where there's so many things that can go wrong and will go wrong with a new player.
Yeah.
And because especially if you're new, nobody's going to help you out and correct you if you're doing all of these things wrong. Because, somebody may be toxic and you can't expect somebody to help you out all the time.
Hey,
and
thank you for the follow.
Another thing is that just if you're new, you're going to make a lot of mistakes, and nobody is going to monitor exactly how many mistakes you make, because you're going to make so many. You're just going to make so many mistakes, and it's going to be frustrating to a point where the older players just either won't help them out anymore, or start to be toxic and say, learn about the game before you come in, or do your research before playing with actual players, or play against bots, And a new player coming into a game isn't going to want to play against bots. That's not what they came to play the game for. They came to play the game
To
for the
play the game. Yeah.
competitiveness and because and to play against real people.
Hmm.
And especially when people are turning players off of playing with real people and saying, "Oh, only play with bots until you get, to level whatever, or until you master this skill." It, for new players, especially people who don't have an interest for the game or aren't naturally skilled, it's going to take a long time, and a lot of people just don't want to spend that time because it's a new game and they don't even know if they're going to like it in the first place.
And it's not even that. There are some games, especially MOBAs, is the biggest problem, where you start the game, right, and you're like, I can't wait to play this new game I found. But the worst part is, to truly learn the game, you don't play it.
Yeah.
The first thing you do is you
Is you do
go
your
and
research.
not play the game and go spend your time doing something else, go learning about a game on some third-party thing like YouTube, and you're not even learning by playing.
Yeah.
Which
You're
is
learning
a
by
big
seeing other
problem.
people.
Yeah. You learn just by not playing the game, which feels awful as a new player. And then especially if you go, nice, now I know everything, and then you get into a game and
And
you
then
get matched with Smurfs and you completely fail, you
yeah, you
feel
get crushed, and then you say, "Oh, maybe I'm not that good.
Yeah,
Maybe I did all of this research for nothing."
exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I first tried Dota, I went into it thinking, oh, hey, this is a new game. It was recommended to me by a friend, and I just went into the tutorial. Well, it's not even a tutorial at that point.
No,
It's just
right click to attack.
yeah. And so when you're introduced to this, like by a friend or it's recommended to you by somebody, you're not gonna know that you have to look this stuff up. And when you don't know this, you're gonna perform poorly. And people, especially when you have Smurfs, they're most likely going to get mad at a new player because they want to play against lower level people, but they want to have good teammates. I mean, when most people Smurf, they usually get mad at bad teammates because they're performing badly, and that's expected in Smurfing. But for some reason, people don't understand that if you are trying to go against bad people, you're gonna get bad teammates.
I mean, the worst part about Smurfing in Dota is that obviously it exists like, oh, Smurfing because my skill level's too hard. I'm gonna go beat some kids, right? No, it's mainly because people just like want another account, and
Yeah.
so they're trying extremely hard, and they're
Shut up,
just
Jack, I'm not a
getting
Smurf,
another
dude.
account up to like the highest rank.
Yeah.
And a lot of the Smurfs are straight up just pro players' other accounts.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
problem is
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
so little new players that even though
Hello.
there's so little Smurfs like that, they still exist.
No, my God.
So
Jack.
in like, there's more Smurfs in a new lobby than new players,
Yeah.
which is
Which
insane.
is crazy to think about.
'Cause then even if you're like a god tier new player, right? You've done all your research, you have a good understanding of the game and just like base, like you just understand the game at a base level,
Yeah.
and then you still go ahead and lose, you're not gonna feel good about yourself. Whereas
Yeah,
if you're
exactly.
matched with
I
people
don't know where you guys did
like
this.
that have the same amount of hours in the
What are you
game
guys
as you,
talking about?
you're gonna feel good about yourself and feel rewarded for the research you did and continue to play the game and do more research. But
Yeah.
it's rough.
Yeah, exactly. And Dota is meant to be a competitive game. Like it's meant to draw in the pro leagues and the Red Bull sponsorships. And I'm not really sure what sort of companies sponsor um, professional Dota, but they're meant to like draw in crowds.
Too good.
And when you have these people, these new players especially, who just have no clue about the game, they're going to watch a
Oh,
game
this is
and they're gonna see a clip of it, and they're gonna have no clue why the crowd is getting so hyped up because of it. And that's a bad thing. You like with Rocket League, for instance, when somebody sees a play from Rocket League, they're not gonna fully understand that it's a good play, but they're gonna have enough understanding of two words car soccer to be able to know, okay, that was kind of cool. But when you see games like League of Legends or Dota, and somebody getting a pentakill, or getting something like that, you'll say, "Oh, pentakill, that's pretty good," but I don't know how often that is, or I don't know, how hard it is to actually do that. And especially as a new player, like when I first started out playing Dota, I said, I got a pentakill against bots, and then when I saw, a clip the next day of a pro league player getting a pentakill, I was like, "Oh, that's easy." People probably do that all the time.
Oh my god.
And that's not a good thing to think when going into a sports league, especially with a community being this toxic.
Anyways,
Like
what do you guys think of the
most likely
current
somebody's probably gonna
discussion
say,
going
oh, that was a pentakill. Why don't they just do a pentakill all the time? And then somebody's gonna be like, what the fuck? What do you mean? And then just like
That I
Yeah,
feel
go
like
ahead.
that's not even an amazing example, because that like if you see a good Rocket League move, you're at least gonna be like, that's a unique way of putting the ball in the goal, right?
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
I understand
Yep, I can see that. I
what
can see that.
I understand what the end goal was and how they got there. Where even if you get like a rampage in Dota, it's you're at least like, oh, they killed the whole enemy team.
Exactly.
You're at least gonna get that. But some of the best moments in Dota is like when some people don't even die. There was
Okay, good, I fixed my mic.
there was
Welcome
was a
back,
game,
Jay.
like,
There's a video. I'm literally
2
recording
months
this
ago?
thing. So.
Where's my audio so
there
low?
was a game like 2 months ago where uh, one team was losing extremely hard, but they had these two heroes that one of them has an ability that causes any attacks coming outside of like a small bubble to be missed, right? So if you're standing in
Yeah.
the bubble,
That's a
an
lot of
attack comes,
damage.
you're not gonna take damage from it. And this also works on buildings, meaning you can go and put it on your like base.
No one else.
Your
Yeah, we're just not
ancient,
talking, but we have
and
8 viewers.
it can't be attacked.
Yeah.
So the ancient was at like 10% health.
Fishy
And
fish, fish, fish.
they go ahead and put the bubble on the ancient, and the enemy team just cannot kill it. And
Yeah.
in the meantime, this other hero that's extremely good at teleporting behind, or like teleporting literally wherever they want on the map, and can take buildings really fast. In the meantime, while they thought we were literally one attack from winning the game, he went and barreled down a lane
Well,
and got every single tower
there's only
in the
2
meantime
chat. No,
and
they're
ended
not
the
boss
game.
Jack. They're just
Yeah.
people
And a
that
new
don't
player
talk.
watching that would have no idea why that.
But
They
like why
know-
it was so special.
Yes, they know no idea. Like they'd be like, I guess they won, but
Yeah.
they know no idea what that ability did. They'd be like, why aren't they just hitting the last thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas in like Rocket League, you're gonna have those moments where it's just, oh, that was an amazing way of putting the ball in the goal.
Yeah, exactly. And so, and I think, oh shit, I just sounded cold. Yeah, but basically, I think with that, when a new player sees that, they're gonna think, oh, okay, that was interesting. Somebody, did a tactic that worked, so why don't they do that tactic all the time? And
Yeah.
when they see a good play, they're going to think, oh, why not just do that all the time? And then when they see the other team not doing that tactic, they're gonna say, well, this team is bad because they're not doing that tactic. But they don't understand that it's so hard to perform. Like the performance and the ability required to perfectly
Copy, Jack?
just
Is that better for you?
perform these maneuvers is just so hard, and the amount of time and hours you have to put into the game before
What
you
is
can
this
get to that
conversation
level
about?
is like
to be honest,
so
I'm just
hard.
listening.
It's just about like MMOs and stuff like that, like League of Legends.
You mean MOBAs?
How horrible the new player experience.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, yeah, and then also situationally, like the situation. What's the word? How situational things can be. Basically, like,
Yeah.
there can be something that you should do like once in every 100 games, but if a new player goes and gets into one of those 1 in 100 games, and they see something happen, and then they try and make it work every game, it can just be horrible. But you don't know that that's situational. You went,
Yeah.
this worked in this game, so I can force it into every single game.
Exactly.
And that adds to like, that can just completely neuter any skill you have if you're just trying to do the wrong thing.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think what a lot of players, like a lot of new players watching the esports and stuff, they're not going to watch the analysis because they're not going to understand a single word that is coming out of the commentator's mouth. But what they are going to understand is that was a good play, and I look at
Yeah,
they
the mic
attacked that
somehow
thing.
unplugged itself.
So that must be good. So I must attack
So
that
yeah,
thing
it's
every
fixed
single
now.
time. And that's when bad things start to happen. That's when
And the camera glitches out, of course.
That's when people start to
That's
get
over.
worse at the game. You know, that they're trying to perform something that's really complicated, which is good because they're having an interest in the game, but they're performing it incorrectly. And that's when people can just stop playing the game
not
because
working, I
they
don't know.
see
I'll
these
fix
pro
it
players
later.
doing it and they can't do it themselves, so they get mad and they just put down the game because it seemed so easy, but in actuality it just wasn't. You know,
I mean,
it was something.
that's another thing about like games being. If you're looking at somebody doing a really good movement sport in like a traditional physical
Oh
sport,
god. That was
you're gonna be
close.
like, oh, that requires a high amount of like physical strength or something, right?
Yeah, like effort. Yeah.
Yeah, that I don't have. Whereas if you look at a game, you're like, oh, this person pressed like W, right?
Exactly.
I can do that. And
Like
that's
like
good
with
and bad.
Rocket League. Here, yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's good and bad because that can either mean you get inspired and you're like, I know how to press W on a keyboard. I
Yeah.
can do that. I don't need to go to the gym and be extremely strong to do this. I can do this. But at
Yeah.
the same time, you get extremely discouraged because you can look at it and not understand how complicated it is, and then get extremely frustrated when you can't do it.
Fix it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's deceptively simple.
Yeah, I think that's really good.
What up? Hey, stop with the music.
We're gonna get caught.
I'll be back.
Yeah, we're gonna be copy struck.
I didn't know Grammys was nice.
Yeah, but, I feel like branching.
No
off
one
of that
cares about
point-
Harry Styles. I'm sorry.
I feel like branching off that point when like an example for Rocket League. When I
Can you
first
mute yourself
saw
at
Rocket
least, then?
League like 2 years ago, I looked at Pro League game and I thought, wow, what he did was cool, and it seems easy, because it seems like they're doing it without any effort being put in, because they just have these blank faces, and then they celebrate after scoring these things, and it's good. But when you put a new player into that, especially in an MMO or something like that, they're gonna see that cool thing, and they won't be able to perform it for a long time. It's gonna take up to even a couple hundred hours to even be able to understand the concept behind what makes this move viable. And so, for instance, Rocket League, there's this thing called a diagonal flip cancel, and the person who invented the mechanic, Musty, stated in his video that really to perform this mechanic to perfection, you need at least 3,000 hours to even understand the concept behind what makes this move, one, make you go faster, make you go farther, and why it gives you so much speed and all of this stuff. And when you have new players and you put them into that situation and you say they'll say, "Oh, I can perform this." And then they'll do it incorrectly, but they'll think they're doing it correctly.
Mm.
And when you put them into a game, there's going to be toxic people. And when the toxic people say, "Oh, why are you trying this? You're doing it incorrectly." They're going to be discouraged and they're going to, go away from the game.
I mean, let me check. I have 3,122 hours
Yeah.
in Dota. And I kid you not, every single game I play, I learn something new.
Yeah.
I can say that as a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the amount of stuff there is to learn is just not possible to learn as a new player.
Yeah, yeah.
And so if you can't do something, if I can't do something at 3,200 hours, then a new player is gonna get discouraged because they can't do anything, right?
Yeah,
They can do the
yeah.
bare minimum at least, if they can
Exactly.
even do that.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
What?
I would completely agree with that. And so another thing that I would say is that when you have these new players, and when you have, you said you learn something for a fact every single game. These new players don't realize that they're learning new things every single game, and they don't have the ability to really look at and analyze their gameplay, and analyze what they're doing wrong or what they should have done in that situation, or um or what did they do right in that situation. And with these MMOs and stuff like that, it is just not possible for new players because there's they don't know the basics of the game. Like Dota 2, they teach you how to attack and that's it. You don't even know how to rotations or ganks or
Itemize.
anything like that.
How to itemize or stuff like that.
Itemize, exactly. Like I don't even know what that means. And
To
I
build more
think I have
items?
like 20
Like, to know
hours
what items you have
in
to
League of Legends.
Yeah, I mean, if you
Hey.
like,
Thanks, Gerv.
you can't. A big thing is like knowing what you could have done differently, right? Like, oh, instead of doing this, I could have
Appreciate it,
done
bud.
this. Instead of getting this item, I should have gotten this item, right? But if you don't even know that that exists
Oh, I love you too, Gerv.
or how to do it, then it gets impossible to analyze your game.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
so, like, if you, for instance, if you're looking at itemization, it's a massive part of Dota, and I know it's a massive part of League too. If there's like 100 and something items, I think there's like 200 items in Dota. There's, as a new player, you're not gonna know all of them. You're not gonna know when to buy them, and what order to buy them in. And so if you're looking over your games, and you say, "Oh, was this item choice good?" You have no idea because you don't have that knowledge.
Exactly.
And so when the way to learn is to like analyze your games, but you can't analyze them because you don't have the knowledge to do so, it's just an endless loop of not knowing how to do something.
Exactly. Exactly. And so
No, I
actually have to
missed.
go. But I think that's a good place to end it. Is that it just
Love that.
requires such a big learning curve, and it just discourages new players so much to the point where they just completely drop the game and they never play it again because they feel as though they feel overwhelmed, basically. And so there's so much information coming in that they can't keep up with it, and they can't comprehend um, their gameplay and what's happening in the game and all of that stuff. But I think that's a good place to end. I don't know if you have any last things to add.
Not really.
Not really. Daniel, any last things to add?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm
All
just
right.
vibing playing League and listening, so.
Yeah.
No, yeah, dude.
Alright.
In like the last 20 minutes, I've already like of just the discussion itself. I've already gotten 3 followers and a shit ton of people watching the stream now.
Nice. Exactly. See, I'm your content, Daniel.
Shut
You
up,
need me
Harrison.
more.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, dude.
Clearly, you need to cater to your audience better. Nobody wants
Exactly.
to watch you play League.
Yeah,
Okay,
they just want the background gameplay, like of the silver player and the real League of Legends analyzers in the background. That's what they want.
Oh,
That's what the
yeah.
people want. Yeah. All right. Well, I better see this on YouTube, Daniel.
it will. It will. At least I'll try.
Daniel, you gotta link your YouTube.
Yeah, you gotta link your YouTube, man.
I thought I did.
Right.
All right. Well, make sure to follow SteveUdo66 on YouTube,
Twitch.
and Twitch. Make sure to drop a follow
oh,
on Squishy. Make sure to drop a follow on Squishy.
No, Harrison.
526.
Hey.
No,
No,
we-
sure. Go ahead.
I
Go
was your
ahead. Yeah,
contact.
it was a collab. It was a collab. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Squishy526. That's SQUISHIE 526. And do you have a channel, Will?
God no.
God no.
Right.
Okay. so yeah, drop a follow on both of us. That's been it. Hopefully everybody's enjoyed, and thank you for listening.
Yeah, Harrison. I'm
ending
not
the
gonna.
stream?
No, I'm not gonna end the video.
No, I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Yeah,
I'm
Harrison's leaving.
I'm also.
So yeah, now you guys
Oh,
actually get to
wow.
enjoy my League gameplay.
No.
Oh, okay. You're instantly gonna lose all your viewers.
I've already lost one. Fuck.
Sucks.
I'm joking.
Oh,
I'm joking.
sucks,
I'm
exactly.
joking. Eli said that he had to leave.
All right, sweet. Well, I'll see you guys later.
All right, see ya.
All right, see ya.
Jay, what are your thoughts?
Oh yeah,
on,
Jay, and
video
I'll
games?
be back. I'll be back after dinner, Daniel.
Okay.
Daniel.
All right. Daniel.
Daniel.
All right, see you later.
Yeah, Jay, are
Jay,
you on
what are
my
your
stream?
thoughts on video games being sports? Do you think they're sports?
No.
Ew! I'm joking.
Why not?
I respect your opinion.
Because, like, they're not. They might be a competition, but they're not sports.
Interesting.
Like, chess is definitely not a sport, but it's a competition.
Just what?
So what defines a sport in your eyes?
I don't know.
Does there have to be physical exertion to be a sport? That's the real question.
Yeah.
Mm,
Do you
probably at
hit
least a
ball?
little.
I move my fingers. and
Yeah, I was
find
about to say. I'm moving my fingers a lot right now.
I gotta go. I got
Okay,
to read
bye,
like,
loser.
3 chapters of a book.
Imagine
For
having
English, so-
school.
Yeah.
Hell.
Dude, this weekend has gone by so fast.
hmm
Can't wait to hear about time traveling slavery.
Dude, I just have 2 weeks of break. Finally.
You're on break.
Jealous.
Yeah,
Why?
private school.
All right, fair enough.
No, because Will, you know how we split our spring break into 1 week in February and 1 week in April?
Yeah, we
Oh,
used
yeah?
to do two. at
Normal
once.
people do 2 weeks in March.
Oh, that's
Our school's weird.
that I'd rather have 1-1. All right.
I'd rather have 2.
See ya, boys.
See ya.
Happy
Bye.
birthday.
Jay, join my stream.
Thank you. What? Join your stream?
Yeah.
No.
Come on, I'll join yours if you start one.
I'm doing one tomorrow.
I'm gonna join. I'm gonna be streaming too.
No.
Jay, come on. I'm playing edgelord anime character.
I don't. Okay.
It'll be worth your time.
You're lucky that I need something in the background of what I'm doing.
Dude, this guy is literally this dude is literally targeting me, and it's the most annoying thing.
I think you'd be grateful to know.
Grateful to
Okay, my mic's not that bad.
know.
I think you'd be grateful to know that when I click T, it automatically takes me to your Twitch channel.
Hey, let's go.
8 viewers.
Hell yeah.
Look at Mr. Big Shot over here.
Yeah. Popping off.
I'm gonna make some graphics for my Twitch. Do you have any recommendations of what I should do?
For what, your streams?
No, just like profile pictures and banners and stuff.
I don't know really. What I did was I just found stuff that I just did stuff that was interesting and just followed along with that.
Did you steal the logo that you have on your channel right now?
No.
Who is this who is the person behind the text?
I don't know, just some generic thing I found.
So it is stolen.
I wouldn't say it's stolen.
But it is.
No.
XQC is streaming.
Oh my god.
I'd rather watch him.
Jay, you can have multiple Twitch tabs open.
Oh. Too bad.
Oh my god.
Who is Gru is vibin'?
His name is Gerv, actually.
Or why did I read that as Gru?
I don't know, were you thinking about Despicable Me or something?
Ooh, Joko's streaming right now. I have to watch Joko. I love Joko. Little funky man.
Alright, I gotta win this match. I ain't no Gru. Yeah, I know, Gerv. She
Shut
can't
up!
read.
It's not my fault. I'm trying to log into my Canva account. Bitch, what? What do you mean my login information is incorrect? It's a hate crime. Bub.
Ah! Ah! Oh, crap.
I wonder if I should. Oh, I should probably use Canva on my computer, huh? I'm just used to doing stuff on my phone. Canva. Also, hashtag dehydrated.
Oops.
Hydration check.
Jay, say sorry to Gerv.
Gerb, I'm really truly sorry that I misread your name. Okay. How should I? I have an idea, because I'm actually a god genius.
Yes? What? I'm almost done.
Who's yelling at you?
My dad.
Rip. My favorite streamer has a curfew.
It's not a curfew. It's 8:30.
Well then what's the problem?
It's nothing to do with sleeping. Blood sugar stuff. Diabetic problems. Alright, Udi, you're back.
None
there.
of
You gotta
these
watch
clip
it.
art's transparent. Like they are fake.
Come on, game. Come on, game. Yeah, here we go.
Cold in my room. Maybe it's because I'm dehydrated.
Yeah,
I
that would
need to just
explain a lot. Yeah, go drink water.
My stomach be hurting because I haven't drinking water in like 8 hours.
That's not a good thing.
Mhm.
You should not be
Listen.
flexing that, Jay.
It's your fault.
How's this my fault?
Cause you kept me occupied all day.
How did I
You
keep you? It was your birthday.
And it was your attendance that kept us going. Should have brought my sweatshirt.
Still don't see how this is
I mean,
my
hey,
fault.
at least this time I didn't pass out from dehydration, because that's happened once.
Yes.
I wonder if I can commission someone to draw me.
Probably
No,
can. I kind of want a new logo anyway, so.
I don't know what Blue Jay clip art to use.
Are you literally just gonna use a bird?
No, I'm gonna use like clip art so it's different. And then I'm gonna like slap some fancy colors on it and call it a day.
And call it a bird?
Hmm. Let's create a design. This is a logo.
Holy crap, dude. Set is not
Gaming
balanced.
logo. How'd they know?
Are you gonna be an epic Pogger gamer?
I am a gamer.
The
These are all the
psychological
worst logos I've ever seen. They're just all boring.
Exactly, they fit you.
If only I had some. If only I knew someone who could draw me something.
I could.
But alas. Yeah, I'd like to see you try.
I was a manga artist for quite a time.
You were?
I was.
Sheesh.
I would draw anime in my free time.
Nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
Did you make your logo on Canva? I have a feeling you made.
I
your
don't
logo on
remember where
Canva.
I made my logo.
Canva is.
Hi, I'm finishing. Come on, chill out. I don't know, like not even 5, probably. Probably.
Don't scold your parentals. What kind of example are you setting for your audience?
No. Ah. Okay, I'm dead. Pablo Picasso, that is. They call me Pablo. All right. I'll take you up on that. Gerv, come on. Make me a logo. I want to see how good you are at it. Gerv, I want you to make the most epic logo I've ever seen.
Hmm.
I'm kidding, I can't dish her out, but I could try. Yeah, try. It'll be interesting to see. Maybe we could like get the server, not, like we could probably get like the server to maybe, I don't know, like everyone makes a logo for me and then I rate them all and then I choose one.
I don't know if you're muted on
I
stream
am
or if
muted.
it.
I'm just muted on Discord.
No,
or
on stream
Discord.
as well, or on
No,
Discord.
not just on Discord.
What?
Cause I was talking to Gerv right here, and
That
I
is
just thought of a
so
good idea.
rude.
I just had a great idea where
I found clip art. Now the question is, can I do a transparent background?
probably.
I don't know how to do it on computer. I do it all on my phone. So I don't know. How do I restore?
Ah, I was close.
You're trash.
Come on, dude. Why? Why does this always happen, dude? All right, you know what? I'll be back. I'll be back in a second. Haha, I'm smart. And I'm back. And I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna finish this game off, and then I'm
Where
gonna
the
end
frick
stream.
is the drop shadow? How do I use this
Garth, I can't go to
website?
Discord because I need to win this match. That's why. Bud. I have returned.
Dude, how do you add drop shadows?
I don't know.
This is why I just use Video Star. Okay, yeah, I literally give up. I'm doing it on my phone. Gotta re-download Video Star. I could just do it on Superimpose X. Yeah.
No way, dude. He still won it.
You good?
No,
Why not?
because we were winning, and then the dude backdoored.
L.
That's annoying. That's whatever. Yep.